Good evening.
I'll flip that on.
That helps you turn on.
There we go.
How about that? Okay. Good evening. Thank you for coming. Milton Area Chamber of Commerce is very pleased to be able to plan and bring this event about for you this evening. And we have a formal but informal evening planned. And to begin, let's begin with this first. Please make sure your cell phones and watches and things like that are silenced. This is being recorded, so it'll be available for people to look at. And I have weird ringtones on my phone for each grandson and my wife and other executive management kind of people like that. And so it would be horrible if I just checked mine, so please do that. Bathrooms, out the door to the left, about 30 feet down the hallway. So if you need those during that, if you need to get water or anything, please help yourself do that. While I'm talking right at the moment, there are cards. If you have a question that you want to submit at some point during the evening, just grab a card, fill that out, and kind of throw it, and either Deb or I will pick it up and bring it up and get it in the pile for people to work with. So I want to introduce Kathy Hansen, who is, I forgot your title.
Executive Director.
Executive Director. I knew it was some executive something. Kathy's the Executive Director of Can Do. We're very happy to be here in her facility, and I'd like her to say a few words about that. So,
Thank you, John.
yeah.
Thank you, John. And it's really wonderful to have you all here in our new facility. Those of you knew this, if you lived here for a while, as the Blackhawk Tech Advanced Manufacturing. Can Do has moved in last July, so going on a year now. Can Do's been around 60 years. We serve people with disabilities, all types of disabilities. We have a seniors program where we help people with Alzheimer's and dementia. We have a living and learning program where we help kids 18 to 24, and they're out volunteering. You'll see our buses all over everywhere. So we serve a wide array of disabilities and people. And I will tell you that one of the things that's wonderful about this place, I've been here going on 5 years, is seeing the joy and the pride and the purposeful lives that we're able to provide to people. There's people that walk in with challenges that we can't even imagine. When you say you're having a bad day, all you have to do is go out on our floor and see some of the challenges that the people that we serve face every single day. And along with that is their families, and their families deserve to have some respite. It's hard when you are living with someone with a disability because you're the caretaker, and depending on what it is, if it's a mental disorder or a developmental disability, it's very difficult for the families also. So for them to have a place to bring their loved one where they know they're safe, they're cared for, they're loved, they're learning, and they've got a wonderful place to come. So we're very happy to be in Milton. Milton has been very, very gracious and accepting and good to us. So thank you, Milton, and thank you, Bob, or Robert, and Richard, sorry, and John. I'll get it eventually.
You're catching that.
And Deb. No, it happens all the time now. So anyway, thank you, everybody. And please, if you'd like to come for a tour sometime, we'd love to have you. So thank you for coming.
Can Do does have a BA5, Business After 5, coming up in April. It is going to be quite the event, and so some of you may want to get that on your calendars to come to that, because you'll be able to see the facility and I think music and refreshments and all kinds of good stuff like that also. So we're going to begin here. We're going to start with the mayoral candidate. I want to introduce Rich Gruber, who is from Rock County Civics Academy. His keeper back there, Dwayne, who I used to work with for years and years and years, I worked with both of them in another lifetime, is back there on the camera doing the filming for us. And we began to rely on Rock County Civics Academy 2 or 3, 4 years ago as the chamber for these forums. We used to do them ourselves, and we just wanted to move to that more formal, a little more professional environment, and what we felt we were able to deliver. Rich does forums all over, very experienced at it, and very pleased to have him here tonight. So I'm going to be quiet and move out of the way and let you get started, sir.
Thank you, John. We're going to try for just a second and see if we can make this work without the microphone. If we can carry loud enough so everybody's comfortable hearing. If you're not, raise your hand and I can crank it up, believe me. Not necessarily, I can do the dad voice if you really want to hear it. And I know Eric's capable of that.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, so we'll try at least for the time being and see how this works without the public address system. Thank you, and really very much on behalf of the Civics Academy, appreciate you being here. I want to share with you the fact that the Civics Academy has been around now for about 4 years, and we're a non-partisan, non-political organization committed to providing educational opportunities for the community to get better acquainted with the issues that we believe are important to all of us. And one of those areas that we have an acute interest in is local government, because we're convinced that there is no level of government that has a greater impact on each and every one of us on a daily basis than what happens here locally. You hear a lot going on in Washington, you hear a lot going on around the world, but you know, it's on that day-to-day basis that you feel here in Milton. The quality of life that you have is in part due to the fact that collectively we've all agreed this is the government structure we want, this is how we're going to be carrying ourselves forward for the future. And to me, the most important responsibility we have as citizens is to be informed voters, and that's the reason we're here tonight. With that said, the format is really kind of straightforward. We're going to do a quick interview with the mayoral candidate, and I'll be bringing up the school board candidate, and then we'll do a forum with the 4 candidates for the city council. And there'll be opportunities for you to submit questions. If you want to get questions in, there's cards out there. Fill them out. All I ask is keep the questions limited to maybe 1 sentence. I've had some occasions where the preamble was longer than the evening, and if you try to fit those in, it gets to be challenging. So please, if you do, and I will do my darndest to get all of your questions in. So with that said, I want to take this opportunity to welcome Alderperson Eric Stockman. Eric, welcome.
Thank you.
You are in a unique position because you're leaving a role as an older person, and you're losing a vote on a regular basis, but you're gaining something else, I guess. What is your vision as the mayor of Milton? What do you see in the future coming forward, and is it worth the change of not having that direct vote to get us down that road?
Sure. Thank you, and thank you all for coming tonight to listen to these forums. I am switching gears a little bit, losing a vote, using my skills, using my leadership that I've picked up in the military and managing a business unit for Automation Solutions of America in Beloit, and the love I have for people and solving complex problems. You know, a council, we have 3 on each side of the mayor, and they come from different backgrounds, and everybody may have a different view on a certain topic. Everybody runs in different circles, and it's really being an ambassador for the city, being a champion for the city, and leading these meetings and bringing everyone together. Maybe we won't all agree, but we all have to leave the room with a vote that is best for the city, best for its citizens, and yeah, I guess things that are my vision, things that I see are important. Ever since I started on council, I've had an interest in growing our small business community, economic development, adding more affordable family-friendly housing, continuing to grow our fire EMS support services, all while remaining fiscally responsible. And I believe our council, we have been. We had a surplus last year with the budget, and we are these things, but we have to keep this moving. And so on top of that, those are my personal interests, goals. The city has a strategic plan. The city has a comprehensive plan. And the strategic plan really has our mission and our values, has our goals. And these were decided by council. They were based on community involvement. We brought the community out. And so we have this document, these documents that ultimately guide us. And so my vision among those goals of seeing sustained economic growth, stable tax rate, we have to talk about taxes,
We'll
right?
get there.
So,
We'll get
okay.
there. We'll definitely get there.
So is that vision of carrying out the strategic plan ultimately?
One of the things that people want to know a bit about Eric Stockman is what in your background prepared you for this next step in public service. Tell us a little bit about from whence you come and how that has shaped who you are as a leader going forward.
I think in large part in the Marine Corps, leading teams, solving problems, and then even after that in the business world, I worked for a company that I started off as a controls engineer, controlling systems using computers and electronics to make automation happen. So really, where every day is a new problem, a new challenge, and the larger they are, the more I thrive on it and finding ways to solve these problems. And it's not unlike a group of people that come together that may have opposing views in ensuring that each side is heard on that part of the issue, and we can come together because I ultimately do care about people and making sure they're heard, and we're thoughtful and bringing people together for one common voice.
If there is one issue that you want to focus on in your term and beyond, what would that issue be, and why is it important to the community?
I think most important, I'm going to say we've started this new EMS and fire district, Lakeside, made up of 10 municipalities, and although we are functioning, we are staffed, we have great response times, we're not done yet because we need to add fire stations in order to get response times down for some of our outliers. Better facilities are going to lead to better staffing, better retention, and so I don't think we are not done. That we have voted to build these 2 fire stations, and so now we have to see this through to fruition, really to be successful. Because I think when you look fundamentally what city is our city government is responsible for, and it's the health and safety of all those in the city. So we can't discredit or we can't lessen the services of our fire and EMS. And actually, I was corrected to flip those 2 terms because really, most of our calls are EMS. It's not fire. So that's what's most important is this increased call volume that will continue to increase as we grow, but growing is important.
In a minute or so that we have left, tell us what is your vision for 5 years from now? What do you hope to see Milton at in 5 years?
I would say in 5 years we have that a more solid EMS and fire, more local, have structures to support the needs of the community, all while continuing to grow, continuing to draw new business into the city. It was something like 78% of those that filled out our questionnaire in Milton said that we're a good/great place to live. And I'd like to see that 90% and increase that. Of course, I'd like to see it 100%, but we can't always shoot for perfect. But yeah, making Milton a place that people want to live. We're the fastest growing city in Rock County. Continue that so that this is the place. Milton is open for business, a safe, family-friendly place to live and do business.
Excellent. Thank you, Eric. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to take...